If you want to replace your computer with an iPad, then one of the first things you need to know is how to transfer data to and from storage devices. Whether it's a USB stick, a wired or a wireless external hard, or an SD card. All of that and more will be explained in this episode. In the previous episode, we talked about Documents, which is the first and most important app that you will need to replace your computer with any iPad supporting iOS 12 or later. It's the file explorer that will provide you with the tools needed to save, edit, store, and access your data like you would on a regular computer. It's because of Documents apps that I could survive over 2 years using only an iPad as a computer replacement. You can click on the link card that will appear here to check all the details about Documents app in a previous episode. Now in today's episode, we are moving to the second most important tool you will need to complete the list of basics. I'm gonna be talking about apps and tools you will need either individually or combined to access data and transfer data to and from storage devices. We're gonna be talking about transferring your data to other devices and storages over Wi-Fi with apps like Documents and ShareIt. Then we will go through wireless gadgets you can buy like RAVPower and Hutu. Then we will talk about wired gadgets that connect directly to your iPad like Infinite Cloud, SSK Personal Cloud External, iDisk External Hard Drive, or iDisk Photo Stick, and iXpand Flash Disk from SanDisk. So let's dive in. The first option, which is wireless transfer to computer and mobile devices, will be Documents or ShareIt. And in the case of Documents, it will work with almost any device that can launch a web browser, while ShareIt works with any device that can install ShareIt. Of course, you have different choices of apps than the two I suggested. All you have to do is to head to the App Store and search for the app that suits you best. But for me, Documents and ShareIt were more than enough during the past 3 years. Next up, we have the option of buying a gadget that will help you transfer your data back and forth to storage devices like flash drives, hard drives, and memory cards. And I will be talking more specifically about RAVPower and Western Digital MyCloud since I own these two and I have been using them for the past 2 years. Now I will take you on a quick tour to show you each of MyCloud Home and RAVPower interfaces. You will quickly see what each interface offers by default and how I utilized Files and Documents apps to connect to each of these devices to transfer data back and forth in a way that is not originally offered by their default interfaces. Of course, if you are interested in sharing files between your iPads and computers, you can click on the card on the top right corner of the screen to check a different episode where I talked about the capabilities and methods of iPads accessing network, shared drives, and files, or for direct transferring between iPads and computers using Documents app and Files app as well. If you are interested in more details about any of these two devices or for an in-depth video of how to configure all or any of these methods, please let me know down in the comments, and I will be creating a separate video about this subject if I get enough requests for it. So starting with MyCloud Home, you have to plug in the electricity and a network cable to your router so that your devices can communicate with it. After that, you can head to MyCloud Home application. And in here it will show you all your files that you have already backed up and uploaded to MyCloud Home. So in the MyCloud app, you can click on the plus button to add something, but it asks you about photos or videos, or to take a photo, which will ask you to access the camera. And for me, it's not about pictures only. I do add my files in here. Everything I have, all my archive is on MyCloud Home. So how do I add different files other than pictures and videos? We go back to the app library and we click on the Files app. You can see here that I have added MyCloud Home as a location in the Files app, and for that you can click on MyCloud app and you will see all the files inside your MyCloud drive. Of course, you can create new files and add from anywhere on your device. Let's see, from Documents, I'm gonna add this file to MyCloud Home. Copy to MyCloud, test folder, and paste. And there you go, guys, it's uploaded to your Cloud Home. And we can verify that by the MyCloud app. And here you will see that I have added a test folder, and inside it I have the PDF I added from Documents into Files app into my cloud. As easy as that. The same applies to taking files from my cloud home into your iPad. So for me, that sums up the idea of using my cloud home, as long as it's connected to the network and working. And whenever your iPad is connected to the network, you can drop and take files from your My Cloud Home. Next up, we have the RAV Power, and to use it, you have to push on the button for 2 seconds and it will fire up. Now the RAV Power device is distributing Wi-Fi. So all you have to do is go to Settings and change your Wi-Fi network connection to the RAV Power. Now since it's connected, let's head back to Documents, and in here let's go to the browser, and actually you can go to any browser to access your RAV Power device. Of course, you can get the IP of your RAV Power from your iPad settings, and you will get the IP address so you can access the RAV Power hub. Here you can choose the language and of course set your password, then log in. And inside the RAV Power interface, it's fairly simple. You have videos, photos, music, Documents, Explore, and the settings of RAV Power itself. But when I connect a USB drive to the RAV Power hub, the RAV Power hub will start blinking to show that it's reading the new USB device. If we click on the flash drives icon, you'll find that there is a drive connected to your RAV Power. But what I did is connect the RAV Power file hub to my Documents app in the shape of an SMB connection on the RAV Power HDD1, which I created. These are the files inside my flash drive that I just connected to the RAV Power. So a simple test, I can copy the same folder here and paste it in RAV Power HDD1, hit upload, and it's uploaded. Now if we hit to the RAV Power HDD1, refresh, we have the PDF folder that I just copied. Of course, you can delete, rename, and do everything you usually do inside Documents. In fact, I purchased RAV Power with iPad on the same day, and I have been using it since to back up my data to external drives. Now, my experience is limited to these gadgets only, but I think it applies to any gadget that has the same function or has the same interface. But with this combination of Documents, Files app, and these two gadgets, I never missed using a laptop anymore. So the things I could do on RAV Power applies to Hutu and to any device that has a web interface and a wireless connection that you can transfer data to and from. So for you guys out there who have older iPads and maybe older iOS versions, this is the way. This is the way that you can replace your laptop with an iPad, even if it's old, even if it has an older version of iOS. Now, this way works with iOS 12 or later, because I was trying it since, and it was iOS 12 when I started the whole thing. Anyway, let's move to gadgets and method of connecting wired storage devices to your iPads. In most of these gadgets, all you need to do is to connect your USB-C or Lightning cable to your iPad, and there you have it. It will pop up in the Files app. And then all you have to do is share your files from Documents app or whatever File Hub app you have to the Files app and into your flash drive that showed earlier in your Files app. Meaning all you have to do is plug it in your iPad and you will see it popping up the same way my cloud was showing in my Files app. And then you can do all your transfers and all the things. Now, I don't want to make this video any longer, so I'm not going to be showing this today, but maybe in a future episode we can show the details of this process, which is fairly simple. To sum this up, now it's easier than ever to connect your drive to iPad, either directly or over Wi-Fi or through a hub. And it's getting easier with every iOS update or hardware update that Apple releases to the iPad. This was the end of this episode. Thank you all for watching. Please let me know what you think about this subject in the comments, and if you have any questions about anything iPad, put it down in the comments. My name is Nibs, I'm an IT professional, and I have a series about this subject of iPads replacing computers. Please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos, and you can watch the playlist that I have about replacing your computers with iPads. Thank you very much.